The Democrats field more with us this morning. We have political analyst Dallas Jones live in our studio. Good morning to you. Glad you're here.
Good morning.
So what are you feeling about all of this right now? You must be getting excited.
It's an exciting time, exciting day in Houston. The Democratic nominees for president are here, some of them, and they're going to be talking public education with the NEA, which most people may not know, but the NEA is the largest education organization in Washington that advocates for education, and so it'll be an interesting dialogue.
All right, so tell me how you're feeling about our Texans involved in all of this. You got Beto O'Rourke, you got Julian Castro. Does that give them a foothold for Democrats in Texas to perhaps turn things around, do you feel?
I don't necessarily think so. I mean, this particular forum is not one where they're all going to be on the stage together, where you're able to compare and contrast, and the issues will kind of focus primarily around education, as it is a strong schools forum. And so I don't know that it gives them a foothold. Julian Castro certainly has helped himself a little bit after the debate, but I don't know that it gives them any more of an advantage.
You mentioned about how many there are. How do they get their message across? Because there are so many. How do they become that voice?
This is the great challenge of our Big Tent party, where we created a threshold to allow those that want to serve our country to have the opportunity to have a voice. Now, as we move forward and we understand that the end game and the goal is to beat Donald Trump, we're going to have to begin to really funnel in, which the next debates will do, with the viability threshold going up. We're going to have to funnel in on who's going to be the right choice to beat Donald Trump. And hey, look, there's something to worry about, because every week there's a different person in the polls rising and falling.
How do you feel right now at this moment? Can you go out and say who you think are the leading contenders?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, what the most recent polls are showing is Joe Biden is still holding a lead as the leading contender in this race, even though he has dropped some. But you've seen the rise of Senator Kamala Harris out of California, Senator Elizabeth Warren out of Massachusetts. They have really moved up. Bernie Sanders has lost a lot of footing in the polling. And so right now, those are our top 4 contenders for the presidency.
We hear that this week in Houston is going to be a lot about education. What are we going to hear from them? What points do they need to make to get our attention?
Well, I think they're going to address a lot of things about access to community colleges. How do we make college more affordable? How do we improve our public schools and create more opportunity for parents without actually losing resources in our schools. And so I think there'll be teachers, how teachers should be paid, what teachers deserve. You'll hear a lot about that. And each one of these candidates have put out their own education plan. And so it's an opportunity for that community to really, really look at the differences between how they view education in this country.
All right, well, there will be a lot of those topics discussed this weekend, and we'll be there to follow it all. Dallas Jones, good to see you as always.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Rashi?